Hi everyone! Today we are going to discuss synovial joints and their movements. To begin, synovial joints are commonly found in the body. They are characterized by fluid-filled cavities that connect the bones to form the joint. Since the joint is composed of fluid, the joint is considered freely movable, otherwise known as diarthrosis. Based on their structure, synovial joints move in different axes and planes. Multiaxial joints can move in 3 axes or planes. Biaxial joints can move in 2 axes or planes. Monoaxial joints can move in 1 axis or plane. Synovial joints come in 6 forms. Ball and socket joints, which are multiaxial joints. And an example of this is the hip and shoulder. There are condylar joints, and these are biaxial. And some examples are the metacarpals and phalanges. Saddle joints are biaxial joints, and some examples are the sternoclavicular joint between your clavicle and sternum, and the trapezoid and the first metatarsal of the thumb. Plane joints are biaxial, and some examples are between the carpals and between the tarsals. Hinge joints are monoaxial, and some examples are the elbow and the knee. Pivot joints are monoaxial as well, and an example is the head of the radius with the ulna. So I've tried to incorporate these 6 joint forms as I demonstrate the ways in which synovial joints move, and I'm going to discuss 14 different ways in which synovial joints move. But I'm going to be using my little sister to demonstrate. So here's my little sister, Caitlin. She is a teenager with many interests and hobbies, so we're gonna utilize those. She's currently standing in anatomical position, and each of her joints is in 0 position. Like most teenagers, she likes to work out. Her favorite exercise is push-ups. When she is in a table position at the top of the push-up, her shoulder is protracted. Here, her shoulder moves anteriorly in the transverse plane. So let's move forward. When she is down in her push-up, her shoulder is retracted back. Retraction is the posterior movement of her shoulder back to 0 position. Here. Thank you, Kitty.
You're welcome.
When Caitlin is done with working out, she likes to show off her guns. She extends her arm. Here, her elbow joint, a hinge joint, is in the 0 position and is straightened. When she flexes her powerful bicep, her elbow is flexed. This is a movement that decreases the joint angle, commonly found in hinge joints. My sister also likes to travel, but she's learning how to pack. Generally, she packs really heavy suitcases. As she picks up her heavy suitcase, her clavicular sternum joint raises vertically in the frontal plane from its 0 position. As she arrives at the airport, she drops her suitcase off at baggage check, since it's too large and too heavy to be a carry-on. Here, her clavicular sternum joint has now been depressed. The clavicle has been lowered to its 0 position. Caitlin is also a theater kid. She's currently playing Sharpay from High School Musical for her school's fall musical, and this means that she has to practice her jazz hands. As Kitty raises her arms, they are moving within the frontal plane and away from her midline, and this is called abduction. Once she is crushed, bop to the top, her arms are lowered back towards her midline and 0 position. This is called abduction. My sister is also a fantastic artist. As she paints, she circumducts her wrist to paint a circle. Circumduction as a movement happens when one end of an appendage is stationary and the other end moves in a circular way. Here, her shoulder stays still and her wrist moves in a circle. Sometimes my sister wants to look extra cute and get her nails done. She supinates her forearm and asks me for money. Here, she rotates her forearm. The radius rotates around the ulna and away from the midline, and her palms are now facing upward through the supination movement. The radius is now parallel to the ulna. When she returns home, she wants to show off her nails. She might also return my credit card. Kitty rotates her radius back towards the midline, and her palm is now facing down. The radius crosses the ulna like an X, and this is the pronation movement. Her nails do look cute. Because I make millions, not billions, working in public health, I don't have enough money to give her for a pedicure. So she has to do it herself. Kitty bends her foot to elevate her toes. This motion is called dorsiflexion. Kitty is a new driver, and like many teens, she has a lead foot. She likes to drive fast and test the gas pedal. As she presses her foot on the gas, her foot moves and the toes are pointed down. This is a movement called plantar flexion. She really is a good driver and a great sister. Alrighty, thanks Kitty for your help, and thank you class for watching my video.